Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tear down a really interesting Goldman Sachs report, one that looks at Tencent's absolutely massive second quarter. Let's get right into it.
All right, so let's just start with the big number, the one that got everyone talking. A 15% year-over-year revenue jump. Now, according to the Goldman report, this wasn't just, a good number. It was the company's fastest growth in 4 years. They didn't just meet expectations, they kind of shattered them.
So, right away you have to ask the big question, right? The one on every investor's mind. Where in the world did this acceleration come from? Well, the report's analysis points to something very, very specific.
Yeah, the Goldman analysis really zeroes in on one central theme, a theme that you'll see runs through this entire story.
You guessed it. The answer is AI. That's right. The report says artificial intelligence is the key driver, the main engine behind this massive acceleration across the board. It's really the hero of this entire growth story.
And what's super interesting here is how the report frames this. We're not talking about AI as some, side project off in a lab somewhere. Nope. This is about AI being woven directly into the core of the business. It's there to make everything faster and better, from their games to their ads, all the way to their cloud services.
Okay, so let's dig in and see exactly where this AI engine is firing on all cylinders. The report gives us a great breakdown across 3 key parts of the business.
And wow, just look at this. You can see really strong numbers everywhere. But online games, they're the absolute standout, just rocketing up 22% year over year. Marketing services also holding really strong with 20% growth. And even fintech and business services are picking up steam. But yeah, the real story here, it's in the gaming numbers.
But if we dig just a little deeper into those gaming figures, that's where the story gets really compelling. The report shows that things get fascinating when you slice the numbers, looking at domestic versus international performance. And whoa, the difference is just stark. Domestic games, they grew a super healthy 17%. But international, it absolutely exploded, jumping a massive 35%. And the report points the finger directly at the incredible performance of titles from Supercell and, of course, the unstoppable force that is PUBG Mobile.
Now, over in advertising, the story isn't just about quantity, it's about quality. It's not about just showing more ads, but showing smarter ads. And that's where the AI comes in. An upgraded AI model really boosted those click-through rates, which is what helped them keep that solid 20% growth chugging along. The demand from their video accounts and mini programs was just huge.
And yep, the AI theme just keeps on going. In their fintech and business services division, growth actually accelerated. And the report is really specific here. It calls out AI-related cloud services as a key driver. Think about things like renting out GPUs to other companies so they can train their own AI models. That's a big deal.
All right, so revenue is way up, and it's getting faster. That's great. But the real question for any business, right? Is that growth actually profitable? I mean, at the end of the day, what did all this do for the bottom line?
So, let's ask it plainly. Did all this massive revenue growth and all this investment in AI actually translate into fatter profit margins?
Well, the data from the report gives us a resounding yes. I mean, just look at this number. Tencent pulled in an overall gross margin of 56.9%. That is a seriously impressive figure.
And to put that number into perspective for you, the analysts point out that this isn't just a good quarter for margins. No, this is the best margin performance the company has seen since 2016. We're talking about their most profitable quarter in almost a decade.
And get this, every single part of the business got more profitable. The VAS segment, that's value-added services, which includes those super high-margin domestic games, saw a huge lift. But just look at fintech and business services, a 4.5 percentage point jump. That is a massive gain. It just goes to show the growth wasn't just big, it was smart, highly profitable growth.
So that's the story of the quarter. But what does it all mean for the future? Let's turn to the final part of the report and see what the Goldman analysts think is on the road ahead for Tencent.
And this quote really sums up their core thesis. They're saying this quarter wasn't a one-off, not a fluke. They see it as solid proof that Tencent is perfectly positioned to be a key winner in the AI revolution, especially when you think about the potential to build powerful AI right into their absolute giant of an app, WeChat.
So with all that in mind, the firm is sticking with its buy rating. And based on this analysis, as of when the report came out, they're putting a 12-month price target of 658 Hong Kong dollars on the stock. That suggests they see a potential upside of more than 12% from here.
Of course, it's not all sunshine and roses. The report is careful to point out some key risks to keep an eye on. You've got the possibility of more intense competition, unexpected delays in new game launches, and the chance that the growth in fintech and cloud could start to slow down.
And that brings us to the final, really provocative question, doesn't it? The report lays out this powerful case for a growth story completely supercharged by AI, but it also acknowledges the very real challenges on the horizon. So the big question is, can this new AI engine keep up its momentum? Is it strong enough to navigate and even outrun those risks? It's a really fascinating dynamic, and it's going to be one to watch for sure.